It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Yeah.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm Anastasia Palacios.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. I'm Philip Simon.
And of course, it's our pleasure to be back in your company after a wet and rainy weekend. We do hope that you enjoyed it, even though, of course, we were still on lockdown. I think that would have been the last weekend in May. And so we'll find out, I guess, soon enough from our Prime Minister whether those lockdowns will continue. But we, of course, are glad that you are back with us this marvelous Monday morning. Phil, how was the weekend for you?
Moody, actually. The weather was, I was just sitting there all weekend. I think an hour didn't pass when it did not rain again. And I'm looking out there and I'm like, oh my goodness, this weather is being pretty moody today. The water was just almost to the roof. It was just different, very, very different.
Yeah, certainly. I think a somber mood set over the weekend. We generally are pretty happy about the rain because my husband does some backyard gardening. But even this weekend was pretty wet, and so we saw a lot of. Pardon?
It washed away all the seeds.
Yeah, it was pretty wet, and so we'll see how things look out there today. If the weather clears up, I guess our people let us know how that's going to happen and if it will and when. And I'm sure that there must have been certain parts of New Providence that might have been flooded. Certainly, we know that these amounts of rains often do that to certain parts of the island. And so, of course, our thoughts and with everyone who would have maybe been dealt a blow by the weather this weekend. But it reminds us that hurricane season is coming up. And so we want to make sure that we're prepared because we can certainly expect more of that as the rainy season continues. A lot of people talking over the weekend again about Abaco and the situation there in terms of the burial of those 55 bodies and, depending on, unfortunately what I've seen, and of course, you can correct me with your thoughts always, is a lot of people making it very political. Those who certainly are staunch F&Ms defending every part of anything that happened, and those who are strong PLPs saying why all of this is wrong. And then, of course, there seems to be some people in the middle who, regardless of party or affiliation, feel very strongly about it either way. I don't know if you've heard any comments or had any thoughts on it.
I've had a lot of thoughts on it. I've generally kept them to myself. Even the debate that rages first thing in the morning in the studio in Bahamas at sunrise, I kind of kept a little quiet because it's difficult to put yourself in a situation that's so heated, that's so emotional if you aren't the one experiencing it. When I think about losing my mother or losing my sister or my brother, I cannot imagine how I would react over a period of time, not knowing what happened to them, not knowing whether or not they would be amongst the bodies that would have been stacked into a container. So it's very difficult for me to kind of comment. And what's sickening to me actually is the level of politics that we tend to bring into every conversation here, and that's not just in the Bahamas. I mean, you see in America, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, this thing about wearing a face mask or not wearing a face mask, it's just silly and stupid. And I said at the very beginning, after March 17th, is that I hope that the best parts of us remain and that we keep politics out of everything that's going forward because it's going to be tough. We're going to need each other. And you know what? That's what I'm going to say about that right now before I get you on all the
Well, I will say this. I certainly think that I don't know if the Bahamian populace can ever keep politics out of anything. For many people, it is just clearly ingrained into who they are. And so, I respect that from a distance, even though I don't always agree with it. I know that I have certainly tried my best to just look at the work that our government is doing and trying to do each day with a pandemic that nobody's ever experienced before. And I think I've tried to give them as much credit as possible, like where I can, and to look at some things that could have been done better, but still supporting them, because I believe that that's all that you can do given the circumstances. But I certainly do feel that the Abaco situation has been mishandled in many ways. And my thoughts and prayers really do go out to those people who are still suffering, both in Abaco and Grand Bahama, whether it is from a lack of work, a lack of resources, no places to live, but of course, mostly those who've lost loved ones. I've lost my father, who was, of course, very close to me. I've lost a best friend. I've lost grandparents. And so I know the pain of loss itself, and then the inability to be able to grieve that loss properly through a process, even for people who've lost persons during COVID-19, not necessarily to the virus itself, but who've lost them and have not been able to attend funerals, etc. There are certainly emotions associated with that. And so I understand many cause for concern with what happened in Abaco, and we just continue to hope that our government will do its best to rectify that situation as quickly as possible, given that we are for now maybe 5 days away from our new hurricane season, and there are still so many people lacking and in need. So, again, we want to encourage them. We want to continue to pray for them, but we also need to be able to hold people accountable, and we need them to answer questions when those questions arise to the best of their ability.
Well said.
Yeah. Well, we're going to try to talk about some of that stuff on the show this morning. I do know that we're supposed to have someone with us talk about hurricanes and hurricane season, right, Bill?
Yeah, I mean, listen, June 1st, I think it's a week away. You said this was hopefully the last weekend of lockdown in May. I think we got another Saturday in May upcoming, so we don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully this weekend we'll hear from the Prime Minister what's next. But yes, we do have Nima in the house. We're going to be talking about the hurricane season. Hopefully the Department of Meteorology will also be here with us. We've also got the good doctor back in house, Dr. DeLon Brennan, to tell us more about the inter-island travel and how that's been working from the standpoint of Ministry of Health. And Open Systems Technologies is back to share their solutions for business continuity. My goodness, I really hope. I took a drive last week before the lockdown started, and just ended up Fox Hill as I always do, and just going up Wolf Road and to straight to Soldier Bernard, and I'm thinking to myself, man, a lot of these businesses are going to be so challenged to reopen. It's going to be difficult. I mean, I don't know if we're overestimating or underestimating that 30% unemployment, but businesses themselves are going to have real challenges going forward. And every single day that passes makes it more difficult.
Yeah, no, they certainly will. And, it's just, even for people who try to retain staff, there's just been so many challenges. And I know a lot of business owners in particular are looking at this end of June date, getting close to July, when many of them have had to have laid off staff temporarily or furloughed them, and just concerned about whether or not, and again, this is another question that we need answered from the government, whether or not the current business laws will stand and they have to let these people go as of July 1, or if there'll be some extension and leniency that allows NIB to continue with, some sort of payment plan. And so again, a lot of questions to be asked and answered, and we hope that those words be forthcoming. But for those of you that are businesses that want to understand how you can use technology to try to continue to stay afloat during this time and then post this crisis, of course, we want to invite you to join the series that the counselors is offering this week. They will start today, and today they're going to be talking about embracing technology. So we really want to encourage you to join that series. Tomorrow they'll be talking about ensuring food security, and on Wednesday they'll be sharing on environmental conservation and sustainability. Thursday is a good one for everybody because they'll be talking about enhancing personal finance. Well, I'd love to find out how we can do that during this time. And so that's going to be a great conversation as well. Of course, you can register for any of these events at tclevents.com. And I think they get started around noon each day. So if you've been using this time to sleep in late, then that's still right on time for you. So we still got more to come, and we're going to get right into an amazing show. Before we do that, though, we're going to have a chat with our favorite weatherman. Here is Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at sunrise. Brought to you by Bahamas First in Insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Star, and good morning, Bahamas. And your first look at weather at sunrise. Deep layer troughing across the southeastern Gulf of Mexico continue to pump tropical moisture across the northwest and central Bahamas with heavy showers and thunderstorms, and that will continue over the next 24 to 36 hours. Look a little different in the southeastern islands. Have some clouds with some showers there. So today, we're looking at mostly cloudy and breezy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms coming heavy at times, severe thunderstorms over the northwest and central Bahamas. We're looking at variable cloudiness with a few showers or isolated thumb over the southeastern islands, high temperature reaching 83. Tonight, continue mostly cloudy and breezy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms in the northwest Bahamas, your low temperature going down to 74 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados 83 and 78, in Jamaica 87 and 73, in Trinidad 1976, and the Turks and Caicos Islands 89 and 77. Across North America, Atlanta 81 and 68, in Raleigh 75 and 62, in Miami 88 and 76, Dallas, Texas 83 and 70, and Toronto, Canada 59 and 55. And extended look, that area will lift towards the north over the next 24 hours, so therefore the continued cloudiness tomorrow again with some showers and thunderstorms, probably some relief by late evening into the nighttime hours, and then we look at a mix of sun and clouds with some showers and possible thunderstorms, mainly during the afternoon hours over the northwest and central Bahamas. Low temperature daytime will be in the low to mid 80s at daytime and the low to mid 70s at nighttime. That puts you up in your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm got to go inside. Bahamas, the Sunrise will be back after the short commercial break.
We are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me 'cause I can count on you.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. A first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence, every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want First Response on your side, call 32FIRST or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First Response can't prevent an accident from happening,
But it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Nourish your immune system. Nourish your health. Nourish your life with Ensure. Ensure Original, Ensure Plus, and Ensure Max Protein.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Next week, Monday, June 1st. And we know exactly what that means. That is the start of the hurricane season. NEMA, the National Emergency Management Agency, is ensuring there are adequate preparedness and mitigation measures, response and recovery mechanism, and urges the public to prepare for the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. Very pleased to be joined here on Bahamas at Sunrise is the Deputy Permanent Secretary at NEMA, Gail Almonker, and hopefully we can get Arnold King, the Chief Met Officer of Bahamas Department of Meteorology, here with us as well. Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Arnold. Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm not sure whether or not Mr. King is able to hear us, but certainly, Gail, thank you so much for being here once again. Boy, we are just 1 week away. It seems as though the hurricane season has already started. Of course, it's always at the top of our thoughts and certainly our agendas here in the country, especially given the events of the last several years. And we're not just talking about Dorian, but certainly In the last several years, we've seen a different type of storms, whether you call them superstorms or just weird phenomenons around the world, actually. And the Bahamas has been no different. But what type of hurricane season? Let's, this was probably for Mr. King, if you can hear me, but what type of hurricane season are you forecasting? I don't think we have the audio for Mr. King, but Ms. Bunker, maybe you can speak to that just a little bit based on information that might be at your disposal.
While he's getting sorted, I can give you some limited stuff. In terms of their Atlantic hurricane season, the predictions, I think they're saying that they have 16 named storms, 8 to be hurricanes, and out of the 8, they're saying that you're going to have 4 major hurricanes for this season.
It's just the last several years have been just really incredible in terms of what we've experienced here in the Bahamas, most notably Dorian. What have been the special challenges that Bahamians have faced? I mean, we've heard so much about it. Certainly, we would have seen some of us, the burials and the services over the weekend, and have a lot of opinions, but we won't get into that. But what are some of the special challenges that are faced by Bahamians, that have been faced by Bahamians in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian?
Well, given this season, June 1 to November 30th, our theme this year is building a disaster resilient Bahamas. And when you think about that, we have to do that through one voice, one response with the many moving parts. And given just saying that, when you think about the pandemic of the COVID-19 this year, we have to look at social distancing. A lot of people said, well, NEMA's behind the 8 ball, they're not doing this, and they haven't said anything. Well, I was actually excited that people started to talk about it, because it showed that they were taking responsibility to say, well, with hurricane season, we as individuals have to take that on and be responsible within ourselves to be prepared for hurricane season. And with all that said, when we look at shelters and we think about shelters, when we look at what we have to do for the shelters and shelter inspection, there's certain processes and standards that we go through. And we've been doing that, but because of the COVID, it sort of put things, delayed the process, I should say, where at this point in time, we would have been on with you guys a long time ago, telling you about the shelters and prepping people about hurricane preparedness. But this year, we want to say to people, you have to take that special effort to be prepared when you look at what's happening. So when we talk about the process of the shelters and shelter inspections, we have to determine what are those shelter needs. And given this new COVID situation, based on some of the new protocols and procedures from the International Emergency Shelter Protocols, and with PAHO and FEMA, looking at those, we had to make some adjustments when we look at shelters. And those adjustments, obviously, making sure in terms of physical distancing, new hygiene practices, those standards have been modified. So when you think about the shelters itself in a big open space, it's now head to toe rather than head to head. And when you think about families, of course, families will be closer together. When you look at your shelters now, you have to truly identify a spot of a possibility of persons who are now coming into the shelters. You now have to take their temperatures, looking at them to see where you can put those possible potential COVID cases in an area that may be away and enclosed. I know for now we're looking more at the schools too, because a lot, especially with on Abaco and Grand Bahama, with them being limited in terms of the damages that they incurred. We do have the shelters that are the listing due to come out, I think, either sometime this week, because they're wrapping up in terms of really doing those inspections. I must give it to social services. They need a big hand because they work very hard. They are responsible for the emergency support function 6, and that is responsible for mass care and sheltering. They've been doing a lot of virtual meetings, as NEMA has, because we've gone totally virtual since the COVID-19, and everybody's been forced to work virtually. So they've been having their meetings, and they've been going out also doing their inspections. And they're in the final stages of solidifying that actual list. We have the list, but I don't want to say what that list is until that's actually solidified to say, well, yes, we will definitely go with these buildings that we have identified to be shelters, whether it's a special needs shelter or just a shelter in general. Also, we have to now take into consideration spacing, because let's say a shelter now would have taken 150, we now have to consider only using 100 persons because of the new spacing, the new protocols. So it's really taken a lot in terms of making that adjustment for the new norm moving forward for us.
A particular, I don't know if it's an arm, we would say, of the NEMA, or the Disaster Preparedness Management and Reconstruction, is including the Disaster Reconstruction Authority. Can you speak a little bit to I guess, the structure and the purpose of that particular authority?
Okay, well, under the new ministry, it's, the Ministry of Disaster Preparedness and Reconstruction. When you look at us, NEMA holds the arm dealing with basically the response side of it, leading into the first phase of recovery, whereas the DRA, they're dealing with the second phase of the recovery and reconstruction. Once it's deemed a disaster area, they take over and deal with the actual reconstruction process as within Dorian. So in terms of bringing us back to a state of normalcy and the rebuilding process, that is what the DRA actually deals with.
You may have just addressed this before we got into DRA, but in terms of the overall state of readiness for the various hurricane committees across the entire Bahamas, because again, despite the limitations that might exist in Abaco and Grand Bahama, but you feel fairly comfortable right now with us being just a week away. We don't know what could happen next week, but do you feel fairly comfortable with our state of readiness across the entire archipelago?
I do. What people fail to realize, we deal with comprehensive disaster management. The pandemic is only one part of a disaster. We've always talked about if we had a pandemic during a disaster or another disaster or a hurricane coming, as it relates to what's going on, the things that we have to still put in place and moving forward. Yes, we've been speaking virtually with persons. Like I told you, we were forced to go into our platform. We always planned to do it, but fortunately or unfortunately with Dorian and with the COVID-19, it pushed us to do that actually. So yes, we've met with the family island administrators, with all of the emergency support functions, in terms of those lead agencies, understanding where they're at, what they have to do. We do have challenges, I'm going to admit that. And with those challenges, again, we're looking at what are the best ways we can actually move forward into this season in terms of protecting persons and ensuring that they would be safe. So we've also looked at evacuation procedures, those protocols, how we're going to best identify and deal with things as we talk about movement of people, where they're going to be moved to, how they're going to be moved, because it's more detailed than the eye can see. A lot of people just only see the end result, right, but they never understand the process and the details that go into it, and how people want to help, but sometimes in that helping, it complicates it more for the system that we have in place.
Well, that was going to be my final question to you is, how does NEMA, or how can the general public engage NEMA, whether it's getting information that might be critical, because I would imagine that the public relations, or at least informing and communicating with the public prior to a disaster is just as important during and after, and persons wanting to engage NEMA, how can they do so?
Okay, we do have a Facebook page. We also have Twitter. We have Instagram, and so that you can go onto the NEMA site and you can bring your questions in. We also deal with volunteers through UB and other means, and other platforms. Once you go in and you identify yourself, you can log on and you can actually register, become a volunteer. We can slot you in where best needs. Obviously, we still do have to do background checks and whatnot, because we are very concerned about when we talk about confidentiality of what's happening and true needs of persons. When we put you in those places, you are actually matching where we need you to go.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Gail Monker, Deputy Permanent Secretary at the National Emergency Management Agency, better known as NEMA. Thank you so much for joining us here on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right, you're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. Hopefully we'll be able to get Mr. King back with us. He's the Chief Medical Officer of Bahamas Department of Meteorology. We'll be right back.
Do you want to know more about the scriptures, the early Christian church, its teachings, suffering, other religions, the authenticity of the Bible? The Anglican Theological Institute is for you. Enroll in a 3-year certificate program. Classes are conducted from NASA and Freeport on Saturday mornings. Don't miss a class. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with high-speed internet. Contact us at 603-2481. Visit our Facebook page. Pick up an application form at any Anglican church or at Addington House on Sands Road. The Anglican Theological Institute is for you. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Sun Oil, caring, invested, committed.
As disruptive technologies go, nothing has shaken up the economy more than the smartphones. Apps have completely changed the way we book taxi rides, accommodation, and food delivery. Business sectors that previously had no digital footprint are now synonymous with technology. While names like Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, Just Eat, and Deliveroo are household names around the world, on-demand business touches many other areas of life. Enterprises are trying to find ways to engage users to their services. Businesses will be forced to connect with their customers with a personalized effect. The complex user behavior needs to be tackled with enhanced conversation and better engagement. Though each of the on-demand business is different, there are elements of commonality which forms the basis of technology stack. Business and entrepreneurs just need to focus on their business operations, not technology. JungleWorks is providing complete tech stack on subscription model to help businesses grow.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Thank you so much for staying with us. Well, business continuity strategies, recovery planning, business on demand solutions, that is what our rapidly changing business climate needs to talk about. And of course, we're very happy to bring that conversation to you. This morning, we've been talking to Peter C. Bridgewater, who's the president and CEO of Open Systems Technologies, and Kevron Sands, who's a DocuWare support consultant with Open System Technologies, just about some of these things that really concern businesses moving forward. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Morning. Good morning.
A pleasure to have you back with us. Of course, we're not in studio today where we're virtual, which of course is a major part of some of the things that you do and that you talk about. And Open Systems Technologies has been providing enterprise content management solutions and backup business continuity solutions for many years now. What do you want people to know about your services?
Well, in this post-COVID-19, going into post-COVID-19, what a lot of businesses globally, as well as in the Bahamas, has realized is that to work remotely, they need to be able to have access to their documents. And one of the services that we provide is enterprise content management or document management that enables you to capture that information remotely. And so it enhances the ability to work remotely, still accessing your documents securely.
Okay, excellent. And I certainly know many businesses that are in need of that at the moment. So I hope that they've been reaching out to you since this began several months ago. But certainly now, as more and more businesses open and even more businesses determine that some of their workers will stay home, those solutions still remain relevant. The other thing that I've noticed, and for example, this morning I'm coming to you live from my cell phone, is the fact that a lot of people are not just using technology in terms of a computer or a desktop or a laptop, but actually using mobile services. Talk to me about JungleWorks. How does that work in terms of actual mobility for entrepreneurs and enterprises?
Well, we've been working with this, with Jungle Works now for a number of months to be able to bring to market some of the on-demand technology that businesses could benefit from. All right, we provide the enterprise content management solution, and so what Jungle Works enable businesses to do is to create an end-to-end technology stack within their business so that they can give a personalization to their customers and to their clients, right? And what we've been doing recently is, what Chevron has been working on is to be able to take DocuWare, configure it with digital signatures, and then the next step is to integrate our Jungle Works to give the customer end-to-end connectivity.
Okay. End-to-end connectivity. All right. And so this really is more of a customer-based solution than in terms of Jungle Works and what it offers.
Yes, what we are able to do is provide a mobile access to the customer's legacy systems or line of business applications so that they can, for instance, in all of the vertical markets, all right, delivery systems, communication systems. We also have solutions for drone hardware and delivery. We also have a solution for geospatial and mapping technology, which can be used to interface into your line of business to be able to provide more information to managers so that they can provide a deeper or more enhanced and improve customer experience to their customers.
Okay. All right. And so business disruption is a serious issue that we've been experiencing with the pandemic. How does all of these services that you offer address recovery? Like, so, you come out of this and you need to start to recover now. How does it address recovery? And then how will it address business continuity in the long term?
Well, in the long term, what it enables a business to be able to be resilient, to be able to operate more efficiently, okay? And in regards to the ability to access their information, what Chevron has been working on is a solution to enable customers, one, to do digital signatures and also to back up their data. And that is the key, especially when working remotely, to be able to have access to that data so that their business could function effectively.
All right. So, Kevlon, talk to me. It seems like you're working on several things at one time. What are some of the things that you think are most critical for businesses to be doing in this season?
And this delivering, basically, where everybody has to stay home. So, with the Jungle Works, it gives, like, your KFC their own platform to do their own delivery instead of having to outsource it.
Okay, and that's important. We've seen several delivery companies that have really taken off in these last few months. But if businesses can do this for themselves, then it certainly gives them the upper hand in terms of making sure that pricing, etc., reflects what they want to do in their customers.
Yes,
all right. Go ahead.
And just to add to that, that is correct. We're not getting into the delivery business, but what we want to do is be able to provide businesses the opportunity to use and to use the on-demand technology so that their businesses can provide a more refined service to their customers. Because what customers are looking for now is personalization. They want to feel special, and they want to know that when they are engaged by the various businesses, that their service and their use of their business is appreciated.
Yep, agreed. And that's generally the world we're living in now, the I world, where it has to be about me. And so, of course, you guys offer that opportunity. Yeah. Now, you're going to be speaking today, Mr. Bridgewater, on TCL's Embracing Technology webinar. What will you be speaking about then?
Well, I will also be talking about document management and cybersecurity, the importance of making your business resilient, especially in post-COVID-19. Because as we indicated earlier in one of the earlier shows, to go out and implement this type of technology during the COVID-19 pandemic would have been a risk. And so stepping back and looking at your organization to how you can benefit from document management and the use of cybersecurity will be one of the items that I will address in that technology webinar.
All right, well, we're looking forward to that. Everyone, before we go, I'm sure there are a lot of people who listen to us talk and are interested in just learning a bit more. How can they reach out to the company and to you guys to learn more about JungleWorks and just bettering their cybersecurity, saving documents, etc.? How can they contact?
All right, on Facebook, we have a Facebook page, opensystems.com. Once you search it on Facebook, you'll be able to see it, or you can go on opensystems.com, the website, or you can call 328-6736 or 601-6736. And you can, or if you to go on the site, you just send a message. I'll be ready to answer it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Bahamas at Sunrise. Of course, we're looking forward to you presenting later today at the webinar, Mr. Bridgewater. And generally hoping that people are taking advantage of this opportunity to enhance their cybersecurity systems and, of course, enhance just the way that they do business from a technology perspective by working with your company. So thanks again for joining us this morning.
Yes, thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
At Doctors Hospital, we recognize the concerns you may have about the coronavirus. Here are a few of the critical things you need to know. Coronaviruses are a large group of viruses that are common among animals, however, can be transmitted from animals to humans. Coronavirus can present itself similar to a common cold, with symptoms such as cough, sore throat, and fever. For those with a weakened immune system, including the elderly, there is a chance that the virus may cause more serious respiratory illness like pneumonia. Human coronaviruses most commonly spread from an infected person to others through the air by coughing and sneezing, close personal contact such as shaking hands, touching an object or surface with the virus on it, followed by touching your mouth, nose, or eyes with unwashed hands. There are currently no vaccines available to protect you against human coronavirus. However, you can limit your vulnerability by taking precautions to prevent transmission. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
Since 1967, Focal has been a vital part of the Grand Bahama community, providing high-quality products and great customer service. Today, we continue to work hard and remain focused on fueling growth for people throughout the Bahamas.
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in a Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're at the halfway point on this marvelous Monday. I'm Anastasia Palacios.
I'm Philip Simon.
Thank you for staying with us. Phil, some interesting conversations this morning.
Yeah, I was smiling while you were interviewing Peter, and Cameron is his name?
Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron. It really sounds as though Peter has him really busy.
Yeah, it does. He sounds like he's got a lot going on. But he certainly seems to like his work, and that's important. And the solutions that they're providing are really critical for any business moving forward. I think that's the quickest thing that people have learned through this pandemic, how quickly things can change, and why just being online and mobile is just essential to anything that you're doing moving forward.
And I was also sitting there, and I love just watching younger people, like yourself, right, and Kevron, because I think that's where the answers are, right? Throughout this entire crisis, throughout this entire pandemic, I cannot help it, particularly with the work that we do with the youth community, junior achievement. I believe that these are the people that have the answers, right? And we're not properly, well, maybe we are, maybe we are. I think we need to engage them in a way and get their thoughts, get their feedback, ask them pertinent questions about what's happening today and what could be happening tomorrow, because that definition of insanity where we're still trying to solve tomorrow's problems with today's thinking, it's just not going to work. And that right there is my hope.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree, and I hope that hope moves beyond you and extends into even those people who are making decisions from our government perspective. Because ingenuity and innovation, young people have it. They're working in spaces and seeing things that we just don't see because we're not viewing it through their lenses. And so it's critical that we engage them in conversation and respect their opinion. I look to push them and challenge them more, to do more research, to give us more structure so that we teach them how to do it in a way that may be relevant to the way that we see and understand, but that we're willing to listen, because they really do have some awesome solutions. I've been thinking since this pandemic started about the little garden in the box that you brought from your achievers, where people could just take the plant out of the box and put it in the ground. And I'm like, this is perfect for a time like this. And that, of course, coming from a junior achievement company. So certainly we want to make sure that our young people are more engaged and that they're an active part of the conversation, but we're not just hearing them, but we're listening to what it is that they have to say.
Absolutely.
But we still got more to come in the second half of the show. Looking forward to a conversation with contractor Quentin Knowles. He's going to be talking to us about what it's meant to kind of phase construction back into the economy and how that's working so far. I'll be honest in saying, but I don't know how much construction is actually happening. So much of our construction projects are tied to tourism that it's interesting to see and to hear that conversation with him about how that's been working out for contractors.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, in terms of construction going forward, the government is going to have to really engage the contractors and that particular industry in a way that it never has before if it wants to see a full resumption, because again, that is at the sphere of what we would call economic indicators in any country, the health and the vibrancy of the construction industry. We also have Dr. DeLon Brennan, he's just so available to us here in Bahamas Sunrise. I know he's one busy man down there at the Ministry of Health, but he's also supervising the entire island travel. And I think thousands of people have applied already. I tell you, boy, we want to get out of the house. But anyway, he's going to be joining us in the second half here at Bahamas Sunrise. But now let's take a second look at weather at Sunrise with Godfrey Burnside. It seems as though we can have these clouds all day, Godfrey.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First in Insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Phil, and good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather at Sunrise, deep laid tropping across the southeastern Gulf of Mexico is pumping a lot of tropical rich moisture across the northwest and central islands with heavy thunderstorms, shower activities, widespread could flooding in low-lying areas. Those showers become heavier times with thunderstorms severe time over the next 24 hours as that system lifts towards the north. In your marine forecast, winds today blowing east to southeast at 15-20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet over all the islands. And on Tuesday, those winds continue east to southeast at 15-20 knots over the northwest Bahamas, but becoming southeasterly, over 15-20 knots, 4 to 6 feet. Northwest Bahamas becoming east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea to 4 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Then on Wednesday, those winds become east at 10 to 15 knots, sea to 4 feet over all the islands. Your tides. You can expect a high tide at 10:21 this morning. Your next low tide at 4:20 this evening. High again tonight at 10:45. Sunset at 7:53 this evening. Rises tomorrow at 6:22. UV index 8. Your water temperature 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Honeymoon phase, new moon. Extended look, we keep those cloudiness showers and thunderstorms in forecast through tomorrow, but then we expect some tapering of those showers and thunderstorms the remainder of the week, becoming a mix of sun and clouds with this showers and thunderstorms mainly in the afternoon hours. So temperature daytime will be in the low to mid 80s at daytime, at nighttime in the low to mid 70s. That's what you're off in your phone. Look at weather at Sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Bahamas and Sunrise will be back after a short commercial break.
As disruptive technologies go, nothing has shaken up the economy more than the smartphones. Apps have completely changed the way we book taxi rides, accommodation, and food delivery. Business sectors that previously had no digital footprint are now synonymous with technology. While names like Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, Just Eat, and Deliveroo are household names around the world, on-demand business touches many other areas of life. Enterprises are trying to find ways to engage users to their services. Businesses will be forced to connect with their customers with a personalized effect. The complex user behavior needs to be tackled with enhanced conversation and better engagement. Though each of the on-demand business is different, there are elements of commonality which forms the basis of technology stack. Business and entrepreneurs just need to focus on their business operations, not technology. JungleWorks is providing complete tech stack on subscription model to help businesses grow.
Do you want to know more about the scriptures, the early Christian church, its teachings, suffering, other religions, the authenticity of the Bible? The Anglican Theological Institute is for you. Enroll in a 3-year certificate program. Classes are conducted from NASA and Freeport on Saturday mornings. Don't miss a class. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with high-speed internet. Contact us at 603-2481. Visit our Facebook page. Pick up an application form at any Anglican church or at Addington House on Sands Road. The Anglican Theological Institute is for you.
Nourish your immune system. Nourish your health. Nourish your life with Ensure. Ensure Original, Ensure Plus, and Ensure Max Protein.
Welcome back to the show. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, there are opportunities available in the construction sector, and that's exciting news now that the Prime Minister has allowed construction activity to resume in New Providence and Grand Bahama. Here to talk about this with us is a veteran, I say a veteran in the industry, Quinton Knowles, president of Flameless Electrical Contracting, and he also happens to be president of the Bahamas Society of Engineers. Good morning, Quinton. Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. It's been a minute.
Good morning, and glad to be here.
Yeah. Now that the PM has allowed construction to resume, particularly in New Providence and Grand Bahama, I believe the hours are 7 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. What opportunities do you see in this area? Do you anticipate that projects that might have been on hold are still ongoing, or do you see them as being challenged due to the closure?
First of all, we're simply delighted that construction has reopened, and we are even more excited about what actually happened during the lockdown and during the first part of the week that construction reopened. We were concerned that maybe the clients would drag the feet a little bit to see what's going on. It's uncertain times. We also were concerned that projects that were in the works, projects that have been actively planned, may be put on hold. But from my perspective, the opposite has proven the case, and we are simply delighted about it. We're busy. Okay.
Wow. I mean, I would imagine that there has been an uptick in activity. I've been trying to get my plumber, my AC tech, these guys, they're just all over. They're working. So I would take your word for that for sure. But let's talk a little bit about Flameless Electrical Contracting. Been in the business for quite a bit of time. What have you found has been the evolution of your particular industry and your particular company?
Well, Flameless Electrical started out with my father. He started it was like a private, a single. It was not a limited company. He started it over 50 years ago as just somebody with a truck, with a couple of guys, and it evolved over the years. And as we grew up, I grew up in a company, a house that had construction. I used to work on construction sites, so I got to know the industry inside and out. And then when I went to college, I studied engineering, and I decided to come back, my brother and I, and we kind of took the business on, and here we are. Yeah. Now, as far as evolution of the industry, we've seen a lot of changes. The industry has changed a lot during my career.
new types of projects that you would kind of work on as an engineer?
Well, as an engineer, I do a whole variety. Anything from large multi-family residence condominiums. I've been on hotels, worked in power stations, and I've also worked in hospitals. And right now, I'm working on a condominium development and a school and several others. So there's a lot of opportunities. And you know, the thing I found that's different from when I first started and now is that the range of projects has increased tremendously. You know, it was, you know, I think the range, the selection of projects we have is so much larger than when I started a few years ago.
You know, we talk about the reopening, we talk about the coronavirus. Obviously, that's impacted every aspect of life and living. But now that you're fully reopened, what are some of the things that you have to do differently in terms of, you know, protocols? I would imagine, you know, working might sound a little bit difficult, but is there a requirement to wear the masks, etc.?
Well, it certainly is a change. You know, the sites, well, you know, you work at one construction site. You know, you're not working in an air conditioning office where you could put a mask on and you can be relatively comfortable. So you're dealing with a very dusty, hot environment, and sometimes it's a challenge. But on the other hand, some our guys are used to wearing masks for doing certain operations. So like cutting, if you got to do saw cutting of walls and whatnot. But to wear a mask all day is a challenge, to be honest with you. You know, maintaining social distances can be a bit of a challenge because there are certain areas where you have to work in close quarters. So it is difficult, and it has had an impact on productivity. But you know, we've developed our own protocols. We've researched a lot of online standards, what they do in the U.S. and how to, you know, basically sanitize, social distance, and protect with face masks. You know, that's good. We also have implemented protocols for our offices also. You know, the people, you have people in construction, on the construction site, then you have people in the office and support those. So, yeah, of course, there are, you know, and I think we've been enamored, we've been bombarded on what to do. So everybody kind of know what to do. It's just that they need to be reminded every now and then, you know.
You know, I'm really glad to hear how busy you are. I was kind of worried, you know, when you kind of look at, you know, the economy and going forward. You know, at first we had this impression of, oh my goodness, it's just going to be so stagnant, nothing's going to be happening. But it's good to hear that at least in the initial stages of the opening of the sector that you're really busy. So what advice would you give to persons who are seeking a contractor right now? Hopefully they can find one, but what advice would you give to persons seeking a contractor right now? And what are the decisions that they kind of have to make and the factors they have to consider when doing so?
Well, okay, for construction, if you're considering a new construction or maybe a renovation or what have you, I think one of the key decisions you need to make is, who do I select, or which group of contractors? I think in far too many cases you find that people make the selection based on cost. Right. You know, cheap is always better. That's the default, you know, position, and you have to be careful of that. You know, like I tell everybody in construction will agree that if you want to be a contractor and you want to gain sales, the easiest way to get all the work is to be the cheapest guy on the block. Problem is, that's easy. You can get as much of it. Problem is making money, and a lot of times people they go cheaply and they try to win the job, and they find themselves running into trouble as the project and then goes on, and they either abandon the project or give you really poor quality work. And so I would say be wary of very cheap, because inevitably, you know, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, well, definitely get what you pay for. There's been a lot of talk about sustainability and rebuilding the islands, especially the family islands after Dorian. You know, we are in we talked with Nima this morning. We seem to be in the age of the superstorm. You know, what are your thoughts when you think about all of this, not just, you know, from a Society of Engineers perspective, but certainly the broader scope of building structures and developments, etc. obviously, things have changed, and as we go forward, what are your thoughts? What type of advice do you give to both persons within the industry and those looking to benefit from it?
Okay, well, from a new construction perspective, well, first of all, you have to build you're building your home in order to withstand, what these storms are doing now. If you're talking at least Category 5 and higher, 156 miles an hour, you may even want to have your structural engineer select the materials, building methods that can withstand 185 miles an hour plus the dust. That's one thing. And then you have to be concerned about flooding. If you're within a flood-prone area, you have to take that consideration. Either you elevate or relocate. You may have to bite the bullet. You said, well, is it practical to elevate my home 10, 12 feet above the grade, 15 feet above the water line or higher? Because, the ECC storm surge is in the 20-foot range. So I would say safest bet is to relocate. Try go inland, higher level, so you got the strength. Then, of course, if you're in an area that is flood prone, there's only so much you could do with one. You could build, the house can be as strong as you want it, water count. So be prepared. Just be prepared so that in the event that you have to evacuate, just secure your home, make sure you protect as much as possible, stand by, and then go to a shelter or some family member or friend somewhere that is safe. So, and then of course you got to deal with the codes. The codes have to be improved. I mean, we have pretty strong codes now. It's just that I think the problem with our codes is that it exposed that there were so many existing structures that were not built to current codes and not maintained. And maintenance is a huge problem here. People just don't maintain their facilities properly.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, very sound advice this morning here on Bahamas at Sunrise. Thank you so much, Mr. Knowles, for joining us once again.
Thank you.
All right.
Glad to be here.
Watching Bahamas at Sunrise, we've been with Quentin Knowles. He's the president of Flameless Electrical Contracting and also president of the Bahamas Society of Engineers. We'll be right back.
That's right.
Thank you, sir.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand.
Sun Oil, caring, invested, committed.
One thing, two things. Good thing, all things. Things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in a Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solution. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're so happy that you're staying here with us. Of course, we're looking forward to this conversation with one of our favorite health officials, Dr. DeLon Brannon, who is, of course, the Deputy Chief Medical Officer with the Ministry of Health. And he's really going to be talking with us this morning about something that's, has been on people's minds since the very beginning of this thing, which is the inter-island travel and connectivity that we're so used to, and how the Ministry of Health has been phasing that back in. DeLon, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, sir. Thanks for having me again.
It's a pleasure to have you with us, and I want to get right into it. What does the application process entail, and what is the information that is being asked for?
So our application process for inter-island travel specifically is we're asking people to register. So they go onto our website. It's covid19.gov.bs. And there's a registration form and consent form. And it really just, most of what it is just getting some information that states where you're going to go, like which island are you going to go, where are you going to stay, so that we can make sure that when you go there, you can safely quarantine in place, because we know that New Providence or Grand Bahama are islands where we have community transmission, and we don't necessarily want to take that to other islands and put them at risk. So when persons travel from New Providence or Grand Bahama or Bimini once it opens up again, and they do travel to those areas, then we want to make sure that they quarantine once they get there, so that they are not unnecessarily exposing that community and then going to lead to community transmission there. Once you get the registration and consent forms done and submit those, so there are instructions there to submit those to the Ministry of Health, then we will contact you. We send you a list of where you can go to have a risk assessment and a physical exam done by a physician. Once that is completed and it says that you're at low risk, you'll receive a travel authorization document, and then you'd be allowed to travel. If you're determined to be high risk, however, you would receive instructions of where to go to get testing to ensure that you're not shedding COVID-19 virus. If that turns out to be negative, then of course, then you'd be allowed to travel.
All right, so let's delve into that just a bit more. You brought up New Providence and Grand Bahama, and I know just from social media conversations, etc., that this has been an area of concern. Are residents of Grand Bahama able to travel to New Providence? Are residents of New Providence able to travel to Grand Bahama? And are any of them able to travel to Eleuthera, to Cat Island, to San Salvador? Or is this simply for those islands that have been deemed safe enough to open up to commercialization?
So no, it allows persons who want to travel from New Providence to Grand Bahama and vice versa to be able to travel. It allows persons from New Providence to Grand Bahama to go to any of those islands as well, once they've gone through the process. Now, if you consider people who are on those islands who want to travel to, let's say, Grand Bahama or New Providence, they are allowed to travel to New Providence or Grand Bahama, and there's no authorization that's required, because essentially they don't have community transmission. So they're leaving what we might refer to as a sterile environment, and they're leaving their sterile environment and traveling to what we might consider a dirty environment. So they don't require authorization to come in this direction. But if people are leaving what we might refer to as a dirty island or somewhere that has community transmission, and they're going in the opposite direction, then they need to get authorization, because they need to be cleared to make sure that they're not going to unnecessarily put other people at risk.
Okay. And how long does this process take? Because one, it sounds like, okay, I'm going to the website, I'm going to sign up. Now that I've signed up, I have to wait to hear from you before I can proceed to a doctor. Once I proceed to the doctor, then I have to wait on the doctor to issue me this authorization card. So what is the normal turnaround process like?
The thought process is maximum 5 business days, so let's consider a week for it all to get done. But that also includes you making an appointment with a physician or going to in the public sector, the South Beach Health Center, to get your examination done. So once you turn in the forms, you can then proceed to one of those locations, and we're going to publish a list of healthcare providers that you can go to. And so you can choose from any of them. You go there, you get your risk assessment done. Once we receive all of the documents, including something from the provider that says, hey, this person is low risk, then we, in less than 24 hours, we turn around the travel authorization card. But you do have to do all those steps beforehand, and we're giving some leeway to say, all of that takes some time. But it is not expected. We have an entire team of people who are dedicated to getting this done. So it's not expected that it will take 5 business days, but we're giving all of the process about a week. So we ask people, don't wait until the day before you need to travel. Try to plan for about a week before you need to travel.
All right. And then in terms of the numbers that you all have been seeing so far to date, how many people have applied already for the travel authorization card?
Well, we've gotten a lot of queries related to it. So we have gotten more than 3,000 queries or emails to go with it. That doesn't all equate to people actually submitting for travel authorization. Some of it is people asking about the process, just wondering how it will go. But we've gotten, Probably, if we count what happens over this weekend, and we'll get some updated numbers today, it is likely that those numbers are going to approach, probably 4,000 to 5,000 just emails related to it fairly quickly. So people are very interested, apparently, in traveling in between our islands.
All right, and now we have also heard that medical and health services facilities are now able to resume non-emergency health services according to Ministry of Health guidelines. What does that entail?
So what it really means is we know that a lot of people have been waiting for the past 2 months, 2.5 months to receive healthcare services. So most people know that we have a fairly ill population. We have lots of people with diabetes, hypertension, chronic respiratory issues like asthma, and the like. People who are well but need things like immunizations, medication refills for other reasons. And so what we need to do is make sure that while we were focused on COVID-19 for what feels like the entire year thus far, what we need to do is make sure that other medical issues are not going to now cause a bigger epidemic of, chronic exacerbations of their chronic diseases. So we need to get them into healthcare as well. So it really means that both in the public sector and the private sector, we're opening up to make sure we can address those healthcare needs as well.
Okay. All right. Well, Dr. Brennan, it's been a pleasure to chat with you as always, and all the best to you and your team as you feel through those thousands of requests to travel. I'm grateful that you were able to join us this morning and just bring some clarity to the process. I certainly know some people in Grand Bahama who are looking to get back to Nassau. It's people from Nassau who are looking to get there, so it's good to know that they're not excluded from this exchange once they go ahead and do what is necessary. Could you give us the website again that people need to go to in order to get the information?
Sure. The forms are available at covid19.gov.bs. So covid19.gov.bs, and there's a link, or you just click on the link that says forms or travel, and then you get the forms from there. You can download them and then just fill them out and email them back to the ministry. So it doesn't require printing or anything. You can fill it out online and then send it right back to us.
All right. Thank you so much again, Dr. Brennan. All the best to you and your team as you continue to bring us through this pandemic. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Star. Good luck to you as well.
Thank you. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
We are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me 'cause I can count on you.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. A first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want first response on your side, call 32FIRST or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First response can't prevent an accident from happening,
But it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Nourish your immune system. Nourish your health. Nourish your life with Ensure. Ensure Original, Ensure Plus, and Ensure Max Protein.
Well, that's going to do it for us, folks. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of Bahamas at Sunrise. Certainly a lot of information to process, Phil.
Thank you so much, Star. I'm smiling because, we were having a conversation right before they said 3, 2, 1, and you just switched it on just like that. You are such a professional, man. You are such a professional.
Indeed. What you're going to see, folks, is I'm about to protest some hospital rules regarding pregnancy and delivery And so that was the conversation that we were having prior to this. But you'll see it in short order unless some things change. So with that said, we'll see you here on Friday.
Well, before we go, I just want to also push. There's another webinar that's happening this Thursday. I'm very familiar with it because I'm going to be moderating this one star, but it's called Moving the Economy Forward, Upward, Onward Together. We have some really great panelists. Davinia Grant, of course, who you know very well, Greg Pepin, Costa Verdanis, and Robert Pantry, who's been on the show a number of times. That's going to be 12 to 1:30 as well this coming Thursday. So please, tclevents.com.
Awesome. Well, we hope that you guys will be able to check out those webinars, and then we will see you back here on Friday. Take care and make it a safe and productive week.